YouTube? First time real estate investor, Daquan Jones is here with another video. Last video we spoke about 2 different loans, and then I asked the question on which loan you think is the best. Now, before I get into the answer, I just want to tell you guys, there's no answer. Everything that I asked you was pretty much based on your personal preference, and not only that, based on where you financially at and where's your credit. Now, I say that because really, when it comes to putting 20% down on a $300,000 home, you're going to end up putting down a lot of money. So it all depends on where you at financially. It all depends on where your credit is at. Because most of the times, if you at a 620 credit score, I would prefer going with a conventional rather, go with an FHA, only because you get special benefits where your credit score is usually over 720. And if you save 10%, then that's still good enough, and that's probably the best option to go with. But for people who starting up, a first-time home buyer who really doesn't have enough credit, or your credit is less than, when it's less than 640, then I would suggest a FHA, only because it's beneficial and it could lock you in right then and there, rather than waiting a whole year to save up and to build your credit. Not only that, yes, you don't have to save up because it's only 3.5%, and that right there is pretty good. And the closing cost is a lot less than conventional. And not only that, FHA process is a lot faster than doing a conventional. And everything also has a lot to do with, where you're trying to be at, how much you're willing to spend. Whenever you do 20%, like I said in the last video, you don't have to be worried about mortgage insurance, which is a PMI cost, because you already put 20% of equity into the home. Whenever you do 3.5 or 10%, you still have to pay PMI. The difference is with those two numbers is that obviously with a 10% down, you don't have to pay a PMI loan. I mean, maybe 3 years, but when you do 3.5%, it's gonna take you a lot to catch up to the 20%, which the reason why you end up paying more for FHA. But like I said, it all depends on where you at financially, and that's honestly why I want to go into my next video about inflation and equity. Because if you see a property now and it's going on sale now, you don't have 20%, 10%, your credit's not there, go to FHA. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna hurt you. Honestly, I'd rather you lock that property in now, because in the next 20 or 10, not even the next 20 years, in the next 10 years or the next 5 years, the market is only going to go up. And this is because of inflation. And when the market goes up, only thing that happens, and it's beneficial to you as owners, that you build more and more equity into that property because of the market. So I'll make a whole another video of that, and I will save all that information for you guys. But my whole purpose of making the video today is because I actually just got back from looking at a home, and coincidentally, this home requires a FHA 203K, in which I spoke about last week. Now, what makes this interesting is that the taxes are really low. The house is $230,000, so depending on the amount of work I need to be done, that will be added on to my mortgage. So if it's $30,000 work and renovation costs, then that will be added on to my mortgage. And even still, my mortgage is still probably be $200 or $300 more than what I would have got previously. And the reason for that is because of taxes. So just keep in mind that property tax makes a big difference. But if you actually have 6 minutes of footage in this video, and I want to show you guys the whole property, because it's kind of fascinating that, this property is actually on the market and still on the market. Maybe there's some hidden things about it that I'm not aware of. And honestly, I can't really tell how it looks internally. I only can see things cosmetically because, I'm not a contractor or I'm not an inspector. But here's the home. As you can see, the home is, it's an older home, and, it looks like somebody tried to do work on it, and maybe, they gave up or something happened. I haven't looked too much deep into the history of the home, and which I should, because I don't want to come across things that's, that's out of my budget, like, bad plumbing, bad sewage drainage system, bad electrical work. And from what I do know about the home, it does have a roof problem, and roofs can cost you about $10,000 to $25,000 depending on the size and depending on which roof you're buying. So yes, this roof needs to be replaced. When you first walk into the home, actually we first step foot in front of the home, you see that some portion of the roof is actually covered in like a blanket, which is a bad sign, and it's actually listed in the property detail email I got from my agent, and it actually say it does need a new roof. But the good thing about the house is that it is a lot of cosmetic work that it needs, but you don't see any fallen ceilings, you don't see any destroyed holes in the floor, holes in the wall, which is not too bad. But like I said, that's just me looking at it. I can't really tell how it looks inside. I can't really tell if I got to deal with problems with termites. The foundation is off. The plumbing is bad. So these are things to consider when you want to get a rehab loan. So you looking through the house. 6 minutes worth of video. As you can see, this house is pretty big. Pretty big because it's a bottom floor, which is a basement that doesn't have a permit to rent out, which shouldn't be a hard process because it is a back entry, it is windows, and usually different counties requires different things, so that way it can classify as an actual rental property. And some people don't really go that beyond to get their bottom half qualifies as a rental property. People just do it legally. But the problem is whenever you go to sell a house, you usually have to take everything apart. The buyer has to take everything apart, or if you're moving into the house, you can't really rent it out unless you get the proper paperwork to do so. So the bottom half has a bathroom. It's actually kind of like the same size as upstairs, a little smaller. It does have a back entryway, but the good thing about it is, like I said, the taxes is low and it's a potential rental, and it's a good investment long term because you can always turn the bottom half into like a mini apartment, and that's cool because it will benefit me as an owner, and it will actually benefit whoever I'm renting out to because the area is in is actually convenient. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to move there. Not only that, there's a lot of space outside, property, good parking spots. It's not bad, but like I said, I honestly can't really tell internally. I could see cosmetically what's going on with the house, but besides that, everything, you just gotta, honestly, it's a gamble, and that's really what it is. So if I say, hey, I want to jump into this home and gamble everything on it, then, it might work out for me, it might not work out for me. I might have to deal with $20,000, $30,000 worth of, sewage issues, which, anything's a possibility. I'm not going to wood. But that's that. So this home is pretty cool. The bathroom is humongous. Like for a house like this, the bathroom is nice. The master room actually have a nice balcony overlooking everything. The backyard is insanely huge. I can't really tell how big it is, but actually I can't tell at all how big it is. But it's a lot of space in the backyard, and the property line doesn't cut off, honestly, until like the next block. So the property and the backyard is pretty nice. You got a master bedroom that's overlooking everything with a balcony. And in this master bedroom, you got 2 walk-in closets. One walk-in closet has its own dresser. When you go inside the bathroom is huge. Literally, the bathroom it's a turn on to me because when you're looking at the bathroom, you think of, all our other houses I looked at. This bathroom is, you could fit 2 of the bathrooms in this one bathroom because it's just huge. So you got the bathroom, which comes with like a jacuzzi bathtub type thing, which is probably need to be removed because it don't look too good, but it's there, and it looks cool because it's there. And right next to it is its own stand-up shower. So it's 2 different entities. You can literally take a shower and somebody can take, a bath. And that's the cool part about this bathroom. Not to mention, it's another bathroom inside this first floor. And there's a second bathroom, which is pretty big with a shower in it at the basement. So, everything about this house is cool. I don't know what the ins and outs of it actually is yet, but the house is a potential. The downstairs is a potential rental home once you get all the proper paperwork filled out, which shouldn't be a hard thing to do considering that, it's already a back entryway to the house. The windows is big enough. In certain areas and towns, you require certain things, and most of the times you need a entryway and you need bigger windows just in case if there's a fire in the home or anything like that. But this home is pretty much I'll say it's a great home to invest in. Great thing to do a rehab too, because not only are you getting your money's worth by renting out the downstairs, your mortgage shouldn't be that much money because the taxes are so low. So that's a plus. But, like I said, it's just something to think about, something to consider. I'll run all the numbers. I'll check the pricing history. And if I go for it, I'll record obviously the whole process. I want to show you how it works when a contractor come and check everything out, how everything works when he run numbers and everything. But besides that, today's YouTube video was just a quick update on what's going on. And I just wanted to answer the question about last week's episode. So with that said, I'm gonna bring this video to an end. If you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you had any type of questions, just follow me at Daquan_McCoy on Instagram, and I can get to you. Or you can just leave a comment in the video, and I'll answer it. I promise you. So I'm gonna leave this video to an end, like I said before. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.